in southern Tasmania. Okay, come on a few minutes early just so I can pop on and check my volume and all those things that I usually do before I start crafting, plus a couple of announcements that might be of interest. Okay, so that's my sound, all right. A couple of announcements and reminders that might be useful to a few people, especially my regular VIP club members. Okay, so this is everyone knows my work in progress bag. The announcements I have are all in here, so that's my reminder that I have to tell you guys some stuff. Okay, oh yes, March Funfold class, they've all been sent. So if you're in, if you've ordered and paid for the Funfold class, they have been sent out. I'll do the video this afternoon. So if you have got an invite, I'll do the video this afternoon and post it. If you do have an invite from me to join my VIP video group, please do so. If you're a part of the VIP group, you've got an invite, if you haven't already accepted it, to join the tutorial group. It's just that there are close on 30 of us now, and so I was finding that sending everybody the link individually was taking me longer than cutting the kits, so I've popped together a little central group. All that will go there are the videos for the VIP, for the Funfold classes, so don't worry about it becoming clogged up with marketing and stuff. It will just be the videos, and it's a nice central place for you to pop on and get those and have them as a ready reference rather than having to scroll back over months and months and months of tutorial videos. Okay, so they're all gone. I've cut the last ones and I'm going to do the video this afternoon, so watch out for that. And as I say, if I have invited you and you haven't accepted that invite yet, please do so for the VIP Facebook group. Next thing to remind you all is that I have, after saying that I wasn't going to do product classes this month, I've put out 2. So there you go. I can't be trusted with my word. I popped out 2 product-based classes. I'm going to let them run right through to the end of the current catalogue. So I'm going to let them run right through to the end of April. So there's no rush. You don't have to jump on board straight away. But you do have to the end of, well, I say mid-April. I wouldn't leave it to the last minute just in case things go, out of stock. 2 classes I'm running. This one is the Love Cats class. So you get 3 cards, so 2 kits to make 2 of each of these cards. I'm using the Love Cats stamp set. So you can buy the class with the stamp set, or you can buy it without the stamp set if you've already got it at home. Just buy the kits. So details for that one on my Facebook page at the moment. So that, as I say, running through till the end of April. And I've got the other class I've popped together is a Ready to Ride Designer Series paper class. So same thing, you need to have the paper. So you buy the paper as part of the class, or if you've got the paper, you can buy just the class. So you'll get, the kits will have everything else you need to make 2 each of these 3 cards. They're really nice, actually. I really like this paper. Please note that if you don't buy the full class, you will just get the cardstock. And you won't get any more of the Designer Series paper. So you need the Designer Series paper to make those cards. Okay, so 3 of them. So as I say, these cards this class will run through to the end of April as well. Particularly fond of this one. It's actually a slide and lock card. So you've got the motorbike there on the thing, and then it opens up like this, and then the cute little mechanism slides back on and locks like that. So yeah, I like that one. That's really cool. Okay, so 2 classes running through to the end of April. So as I say, no rush. You've probably got, as I say, to mid-April at least, I'd say, to get either of those or both. You can order one now and one later. Still taking final orders on the Hello Irresistible stamp camp. So if you're interested in that, please do so. Please have a look at my Facebook page, and this is our Come Craft With Me card that we'll be doing in March as well. So it's a what do we call it? A corner flat. No, it was a corner. I can't remember now. Anyway, have a look at the events on my page if you'd like to come along, and we'll craft that one together. I think that's in a couple of weeks as well. Okay, so I think that's all the notices I needed to share. I can see a few people jumping on. Don't worry, guys, that's all I'm going to do as far as reminders. It's important, I think, while I've got you all here, to sort of make those announcements, especially the one about accepting the invite to the VIP club group. Okay, so I'm making this one for you today. Now, I have a wonderful friend who, I don't know if she's on here, a wonderful friend who sends me wonderful ideas for cards, because she can sense that I'm sort of running out of ideas after 2 years of doing fun fold classes. So she sends me these cards, and some of them are just weird and wacky. But she says she didn't send me this one, so I'm sure I've picked it up from somewhere, or maybe I just dreamed it. I'm not quite sure. There she is, Jane, you've just popped on. Yeah, so maybe I dreamed this card. I'm not quite sure. I don't think I did, because if I dreamed it, I'm very specific, because I dreamed the measurements and everything. So I don't know. Anyway, so if anyone can find a card online anywhere that looks a bit like this one, please put my mind at rest, because I'd hate to think that I'm actually starting to dream cards, especially something as way out and over the top as this one. Okay, so what I've done, because I basically couldn't find the post where anyone had told me this card, I sort of designed it out of some white cardstock. It's a white cheap cardstock that I pick up in bulk when I'm sort of designing, and I've put all the measurements on it. So I thought that's probably a good way of remembering this obscure card that I've created. It's obviously a bit like it's a top fold card. It's on a background, and it's got these arms that come out and across. So that goes down there, that comes across there, and then it's got, just to make it even more over the top, it's got a belly band to keep it all together. So as I say, if you come across something online that's a bit like that, please let me know. And oh God, Mum's calling again every Saturday. I'm sure she just waits. I tell her I do a video every Saturday morning. Anyway, I'll try and get back to her later, see what the message is. Okay, so anyway, here is the card we're going to make together today, and its measurements. Okay, so I'm going to do it. She's put me right off now. Hang on, I better check. Oh, yeah, Mum. Hang on, guys, just bear with me. Okay. Hang on, bear with me. I'm going to see what she wants, because she does worry me sometimes. I haven't. Probably be something like "come and get your eggs," or "I found a spider," or something like that. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Apologies for that. Okay, so this is my version of the that card, the Weird and Wonderful card, until we give it another name. I've used the Country Floral Lane designer series paper, just because it's so cute and bright, and I really like it with the colours. I'm using Petal Pink and Balmy Blue are my two colours there. I don't think you can see much of the Petal Pink. Oh yeah, there you can. And the belly band, I've actually just used designer series paper, and this is from that designer series paper, and I've just cut out, there's a little strip there with some bikes and things on it, which I thought was really, really cute. She's writing me a message back, so just bear with me for a minute. This could be the shortest video in history. No, she just says no. Okay, fine. Oh, I said, was it serious? And she said no. So, okay, I'll ring her back after we're finished. Okay, so yes, the Country Floral Lane designer series paper is what I'm using for this one, and I've got some scraps. I don't really need huge pieces of cardstock, so I'm just going to use these scraps to pop it together. So let's look at my template that I've made for myself. I've got a backing of 5.5 by 4 1/8, so that's just a normal card base sort of size, but it's just a single strip. And then I've got this card part here is 10.5 by 3 7/8. So let's get those cut. I didn't cut anything because I thought I've got my template. I'll just go mad. Okay, so the card base or the backing is in Balmy Blue. I'll just grab my thing out here. So I don't know that I'll be able to get it so you'll be able to see much, but anyway, I've given you the measurements. So 4 1/8 by 5 1/2. I might use this piece because it looks like it's more not wasteful. So 4 1/8 by 5 1/2. Okay, so that's that one there. And then the sort of flat part here is, what did I say? 3 7/8 by 10 1/2. By 10 1/2. And that is scored at halfway point, which would be 5 1/4. Okay, so that's just the card part there. So that piece is going to sit in the centre of the card base like that. But I also need, what else do I need? I need 2 pieces of blue, and I need them to be 3 1/2 inches each. So 3 1/2. And these form the sort of side triangular flappy bits. Yes, I'm a bit concerned that if I did dream this card, I'm pretty sure I didn't, because I do remember the measurements. And as I say, I'd be concerned if I start dreaming measurements as well. But also because it's truly weird in a way. It just doesn't make any sense. And I know that sounds weird. Why should a card make sense? But some cards do. I don't know, you guys probably see a lot of cards online, and sometimes you look at one and go, oh, no, that really makes sense. It doesn't tell a story. It doesn't hold together. Sometimes, there's a flower or something in the wrong place, or that might just be me. Maybe it's just me. Sometimes, that all the components go well together, but you look at it and go, maybe not. But anyway, so there's a little bit like this card, unfortunately, sort of doesn't quite, it's sort of, it's a bit weird. Anyway, that might be just me that's a bit weird. And I need a central piece of white cardstock for inside, and that's got to be, what's that, 3 3¾ by 5 1/8. I found it, a triangle gatefold. Okay, so it's not me. I wasn't mad. Probably mad for doing it, but anyway, there you go. So that's the inside one there. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this together now first, and then we can come back. I've got to cut the designer series paper and the belly band as well, but we'll just pot all this together just to get all these bits out of the way so I don't get swallowed up. Okay, so the best way I found to pop these together, and I'm not quite sitting up to my desk properly, is to grab your card back, the backing, and your 2 squares that have been scored diagonally, and grab some glue. And we're going to actually glue our 2 triangles to the backing, just like this. So I'm going to position them so that the same distance top and bottom, and so that they line up exactly with the edge. So I'm going to do that on both sides. Same top and bottom, and line up with the edge. There we are. So, I don't know, what's that? It's just about 1/2 inch, no, maybe 1/4 inch. top and bottom there, and then this one. Same again, same top and bottom. Line it up with the edge. There we are. Okay. As I was doing this, I was thinking sort of maybe we could do it as a single piece of cardstock, just sort of cutting. That might have actually worked as well, sort of cut a strip and then angle those. But I'll have a bit of a play. It didn't inspire me when I was thinking how to do it. It seemed like a bit too much cardstock. So now I'm going to bring in this central one, and I'm going to place that in the centre there. Jan says she found it as a triangle gatefold. There you go, triangle gatefold. Who was the original designer, Jan? Have you found a person attached to it? And we'll give them credit for their card, which I always like to do. Okay, so I've got that piece centrally there. So what's going to happen is that closes down, those fold over, and that gives us our sort of the gate. It's more like a drawbridge. Then I'm going to pop our white one inside as well. Guess what? We've got it. There we are. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to get some designer series paper happening. Okay, now the designer series paper for the front, and I'm going to use the same pattern on, I'll give you guys a bit of a say. With this one, I've used the same pattern there as I did on the two side flaps. And there was a couple of options, but I sort of rejected one, but I'll let you guys decide what you prefer. We can make this one different if you wish. So I'm going to use this one piece of designer series paper. It's got those pretty flowers on one side, and it's got some nice blue hearts on the other. So I'm going to need, and I'll grab my trimmer again. We're going to need that's what, so that was 4 1/8, 3 3/4 wide. Put it upside down. So 3 3/4 wide, and that was 5 1/2, 5 1/4, 5 1/8 long. Okay, so our options are, do we have the blue? So, well, might bet. Yeah, we might leave it to, we'll see it all together before we make our decision. But that's the blue on one side, and that's the flowers on the other. And to do the flaps, so our two side flaps, for want of a better term, are 3 1/2 inch squares. So we're going to put 3 1/4 square for them. So cut that to, that's 1/4 inch smaller. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut that diagonally, and that will fit into our two little side triangles. Okay, so I'll pop them in place, and you can tell me. We've already got Fran saying she wants the same on both sides with the flowers. So you've seen that, same on both sides with the flowers. So we suppose our combinations are, we've got the blue on there, and then we could have the flowers on the outside. That's one combination. And then we could also have, I suppose the other combination would be the blue on both sides, but I think that's a bit samey and a bit blue. Okay, or we have, as we did with the original, we have the flowers on facing out. And I think I've seen another vote already for flowers. Yeah, same, yeah. So tell me what you think. I think we're going to be doing the same one again. That's all right. I like it, in a weird sort of way. So I'll wait for a few more comments. We've got Jenny reckons the flowers. I'll just do some burnishing while we wait. Sing your little song. Wonder what the heck Mum wanted that wasn't important. Probably seen something on Facebook she wants to comment about. I think that was the last one. Flip triangles to blue to see. Okay, so we want, so Joe wants to see the flowers there and the blue. Connie Stewart. There's a few out there. Oh gosh, not even original with my card, with my stealing. Okay, so that's the flowers and the blue. I don't mind that, to be honest, because then we're going to bring in our belly band as well. So think about our belly band being there as well. What do you reckon? Does the presence of the belly band change anything for you? Flowers, flowers. No, looks like we've got flowers all the way. So let's do that. We'll pop it on. Flowers with blue triangles. Oh, Rebecca, you're reading my mind. I really do think I like the blue up. Okay, I'm going to do, since I've done one with flowers, I'm going to do one with flowers and blue. So let's see. Or did we try blue with flowers? Blue with flowers. I don't think we tried. Did we try that combo? And then the belly band over there. Yeah, I don't mind that as well. The hearts are upside down. Yeah, they were. They're not anymore. I think I like that combo as well. What do you think? Blue with flowers, yeah. Anyway, it's not really a decision that it's not going to change the world too much. It's not going to solve world hunger or bring peace anywhere. So we'll do this. So we've got the blue there with the hearts. Okay, then we're going to bring the little flowers and the triangles. Now, when you do, I find that when I'm gluing triangles of glue stock of designer series paper, you have to get the glue right up into those pointy little corners. Not too much, obviously, because then you'll end up with a sloppy mess. But if you don't, especially with something that you're going to be pushing a belly band over the top, it tends to curl up or get caught. So yeah, keep the glue right up there, which means sometimes you have a bit of a glue accident, but that's okay. Yeah, it would be nice, sort of bright, cheery engagement card. Yes, you're right. Okay, so this one here. Okay. Nice. Okay, let's go. So we've got to now cut our belly band. Now the belly band is this cute designer series paper here with some really cute little bikes going across it. I didn't really want too much of, I just wanted the bikes. So I have cut that direct and probably wasted a bit more than is my usual, but I'm going to do the same again. So I'm just going to trim off a wee bit that's below the hearts and then trim it So I don't know what the measurements actually are. 1 3/4 it looks like, but that just fits because this fits with this particular paper. Okay, so now if you're going to make this card, I'd suggest don't commit too much to your belly band straight away, because there are so many layers here, and I'm going to be adding at least one more with the sentiment. There's what DSP, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers there, so it's a pretty chunky card. So what I found was best was to just grab my designer series paper or the belly band you're using and actually fit it to the card rather than trying to sort of score it properly, or exactly. Just fit it around so it's going to not be too tight or too loose. So I'll grab that. That's the full length, 12-inch length of the card. I'm just firmly but not too tight wrapping that around, matching it up. I'm going to have to chop a wee bit off because there's too much there. And glue it down. Okay, and that's our cute little belly band there. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Okay, so on our original card, I've popped some sentiments on the front of the belly band. So where's my belly band? Here. I'm going to pop the same, sort of pop the sentiment on the front. Also, I've popped one on the center there because when this card is on display, it sort of sits up like this. Okay, so you sort of, obviously your belly band's going to be there somewhere, whatever they do with it when they're putting it on display. I don't know, hang it from it or just put it next to it. So you've got the belly band with the sentiment. You see the sentiment on the inside, and obviously there's something on the inside as well for writing. So yeah, I think it's nice to have the sentiment on that middle one as well. So I'm going to cut myself. So I'm going to cut a circle of balmy blue and a circle of white, and that uses the much loved layered circles. So I'll grab them out. Trying to remember what size I used. Obviously my magnets are need a bit tidying up in there, don't they? I won't look at that for too long. I think I need a new whole backing piece. And then I'm going to also grab from my stylish shapes, which I didn't leave out. Stylish shapes. I'm also going to cut this one. We need a bit of a tidy up too. You can tell my craft room is a wee bit messy at the moment. I'm going to tidy it up before I have got some ladies, my local team members coming for a crafting session tomorrow. So I definitely have to tidy up the room so they don't get the wrong impression of me, which I think actually probably would be the right impression. I am a bit of a messy crafter. I can say that quite honestly. I do have regular cleanups, but that doesn't seem to last very long. I think as soon as I start on a new design, it ends up just as messy again. I'm going to die cut both of those. And then grab ooh, I hate it when that happens. Handle just came off. I have to get my Allen key out. So that's the circle and the banner. And then I just need a matching scalloped circle from our balmy blue. Now, I had a lady contact me during the week who had bought the mini cut and emboss machine. She'd got it during Celebration recently. She was having trouble getting her plates to go through. So we chatted for a while, and I suggested that she was lining up her plates so that they were lined up exactly with each other, so they were in line. And I know with the mini cut and emboss, here's my plates here, she was lining her plates up so that they were all in line there. I have heard people having trouble getting it to grip when you pop them through like that. So it has been suggested that you stagger them. So rather than having them all in line, you push the middle one back a wee bit. And I've seen it mentioned called a capital E configuration. So you've got a long one, and then that one's shortened, and then that one's long. So a bit like that, sort of like a valley, peak type thing. And then you pop it through like that, and apparently, and it will grip better. And she tried it, and it worked. So yeah, if you've got one of the mini cut and bosses, either from Celebration or from previously, and you do have that trouble, give that a bit of a go and see how you go. I don't know that I ever am that particular about my plates, so they're probably always staggered when I do mine. Okay, so let's do some sentiments and then we're done. So I'm going to use my favourite framed florets sentiments on the front one for a special person on a special day. And I'm using my balmy blue ink, and I'm trying to find a block. There we go. And because it's a nice round circle, you don't have to worry about being too straight. As long as it's in the middle, you can always rotate your circle. Here we are, for a special person on a special day. And that's that one. Then on the banner, I've got, what have I got on the banner? Lucky to call you a friend. So, you know, you don't really have to put all of the sentiments on there. It's just I've thought, well, I've got 3 surfaces. I might as well put 3 sentiments on. So lucky to call you friend, which fits really nicely on this banner here. Here we are. So lucky to call you friend. And then the last one is on the inside of the card itself, and I'm going to put wishes for a beautiful birthday. While I've got everything open, I'll do that now. There we are. Okay, so that's the 3 sentiments stamped. So let's just pop them on now. Okay. So lucky to call you a friend is going to pop there. I popped it central because then you won't be able to see it when the card is closed. It'll be hidden under the belly band. That's sort of like the big reveal as the card is opened. So about there. Now I wouldn't put any bling on any part of this card, especially because of the belly band setup. Because obviously your belly band has to slip on and off, and if you've got sort of bling on there, you might find it difficult to get it to slip on and off. And so I'm going to glue my front one. And this is going to go onto the belly band, just on the front there. Okay. Fighting with foam adhesives. Cindy's making some shaker cards. Yeah, I can't say I do a lot of shaker cards, Cindy. I know I did one recently, and I basically stayed away from the foam adhesives completely. I just used layers of cardstock, cut them all with the same die. If you didn't see that one, sort of head back along for a few videos ago. Yeah, I made a frame from the new online exclusive dies, and then just made multiples of them. And I think we made one of them out of a fairly thick cardboard, and I just stuck them all together, and that was my frame for my shaker. And I found it much easier than the foam strips. But I do love a nice shaker card. I just don't make them very often. So there's our front little belly band there. So because we've measured it exactly, the theory is that it should just slip on real nice. And we've glued down the corners of that triangle, so no issues there. Okay, so that's that one there. This, I am going to put some pearls, if I can remember where I popped my pearls. Pop some pearls on the front of that belly band just for a wee bit of interest. And as I say, nothing on the card itself. I'm just searching through my embellishments pile to find my pearls, which I had out the other day. Where are you guys? Pearl hearts, that'll do. Let's put some pearl hearts on this. I just think that goes really nicely with the paper. It's cute little hearts on it. And one up here as well. You could actually put it on the belly band itself because you're not going to sort of be sliding anything over that. But I might just pop that there. There we are. Cool. Okay, so that is what we decided it was. Triangle. I'll have to scroll back and see what Jan said it was called. Triangle gatefold card. Is that what we called it? Yeah, something like that. A triangle gatefold card, we think by Connie Stewart. So anyway, thank you, Connie Stewart, or whoever it was, for your card. It's it's turned out quite well, and the star of the show is definitely that pretty designer series paper. So the designer series paper, I'll tell you again, is the Country Floral Lane designer series paper. It's in the mini catalogue, but like all of our catalogues, it's actually going to end at the end of April. So if you like that one, please pop on and grab it. And as usual, there's a little QR code up there if you'd like to go straight to my shop, or you can go to the link at the bottom and that'll take you straight to the shop as well. QR codes are a bit tricky, I think, if you're trying to watch the video and use the QR code at the same time. But anyway, it's there for anyone who wants it. If you have any problems with that, please reach out, have a chat. Remember, if you're part of the VIP club, please accept the invite to the group, the video group, if you haven't already, because I'm going to be popping that video up this afternoon, and all the kits are in the mail. The only other thing is those product classes. I won't bring them out again, but I've got 2 product classes that will basically run through till the end of April. So, yeah, great to see you all today. I'm going to ring my mum and see what she wanted. And I will catch you all again during the week. So bye-bye.